Uh, oh. Look at the fandom. Ah, Fridays or whatever. You know, you would think after about 5 years of doing these things and spending every morning waking up with a heavy hangover, you would think I would learn by now not to shop until I drop so often every freaking New Year's Eve, but here I go. Head hurting, brain splattered, and I feel exhausted. So, Happy Mark 3, you know what to do, sweetie. Load up the Linkara program. Uh, the next part of Evangelion. I know everybody wants to see what happens next. You got it. Here at the Treeberry Memorial Library, here's Side Wheels Evangelion. Tribulations after. Oh, hell, we know it's Linkara by now. Chapter 7. Clues. Program complete. Computer chirps. Wiska took a sip of her coffee and smiled. 2 weeks ago, she started a program to break all the codes Gendo and Kari had placed regarding certain files pertaining to this mysterious boy. She'd only been able to find a few clues to his identity, including a report from 2002, an attempted assassination of Gendo and Kari's life, when Nerve was officially released to the public. Nancy reads from the boy when he first appeared, and speaking to Liv that convinced her not to initiate the third impact. Everything else had been left to the program, and now, Briscoe had access. She activated the first file. Cindy pulled out a chair for Asuka as she sat down. She was wearing a sleeveless blue shirt with a zipper going down the center, and a new low-cut and tight blue skirt. Cindy wore a tuxedo without a tie or extensions. Last Tuesday, Asuka had asked Cindy out on a date. She herself was surprised as anyone else who had heard. Asuka had harbored an intense hatred towards Cindy, believing herself to be threatened by whom she had called Wonder Boy, for his ability to win against angels, where Asuka had failed. Cindy had accepted because he wanted to improve his social life. Ever since the experience where he almost died from intense loss of blood and minor internal bleeding, Cindy had decided he wasn't going to stay secluded for the rest of his life in his room, listening to Pat Spell's canon. He did have some feelings for Asuka. He knew that. He wanted to see if they were friendship emotions, or they were deeper than that. Cindy sat in the chair opposite of her. So, what divine angel came down from heaven and told you to go out on a date with a Wonder Boy? Cindy asked. Asuka laughed. None. I just felt like doing this. Ever since Kaji died, I felt this emptiness in my heart. He was the only person I ever truly loved. But something deep down just told me to ask you out. Maybe it was divine intervention after all. Well, we were actually fighting angels. Maybe this is just their form of revenge, Sissy asked. Unlikely. They could have paired me with Toji if they wanted to torture me. How is he anyway? Asuka says. I checked with the doctors. They say he's gone back home on leave from hospital. They said they got him a nice prosthetic leg, but cybernetics don't respond to his command easily. I've even heard rumors they could probably get some fake skin for it, Sissy suggests. So, when he and Arkari are doing it, you won't get picked up by the big robot leg? Asuka suggests. They both laugh at her joke. Seriously, though, do you think those two have a future together? Sissy asks. Hey, this is us going out on a date. Anything is possible. Asuka states. The waiter approached them, but they recognized him immediately, even more so with a fake mustache he has on. The mysterious voice says, good evening. I'm, Joe Bob. You're waiting for this evening. Asuka and Sissy narrowed their eyes as the sweat dropped. Look, you couldn't think of a better name than Joe Bob? Sissy asked. What are you doing over here? Asuka asked. To watch over you two, obviously. And a band later for later tonight. Sort of got sick, so I'm singing it for tonight. Oh god! Please tell me this means I can do Party Five voice. You gotta sing? Dude claim. I think I have a rather beautiful singing voice. Thank you very much. Now, are you going to order or what? Yes. No, the thank you very much phrase belongs to a different reviewer. The clip began. Oh! Linkara, watch it with the sea transistors, will ya? Gendo was writing out certain documents on a piece of paper when he suddenly raised his head up and noticed a mysterious boy in front of him. Risko raised an eyebrow at this. Who are you? Gendo asked. No one in particular, he replied. How did you get in here? Gendo inquired. Through the hole over there. I just rearranged the particles in my body so they would all split up, and so every single atom could go through the wall. Atoms, and then rearrange them all in front of your desk. I got a shiny vibrator, and what about a shiny fine? The boy explains. Gendo reached over to tap the security alert button, but the mysterious boy moved quicker, raising up a previously hidden flaming sword and smashed the blade. Oh God! Where was he hiding that? His ass? He smashed the blade down to the intercom buttons. No need to call for room service, Ikari. Gendo hugged his mouth open in surprise, and Dead said, Oh, now I know you. When Nerf was released to the public, you tried to kill me. The mysterious boy smilingly explained, I changed my mind. Your judgment date is a long time coming. What do we have here? The boy pointed to a letter that was sitting on the edge of his table. Reached over and picked it up and read it quickly. A letter to see your son, requesting him to come see you, to help you? Shame on you, Gendo! Using your son as a puppet in a much deeper game of instrumentality. The boy states, What does it matter to you? Why did you try to kill me? Gendo asked, obviously annoyed. It matters for the future of this planet. Let me just say one thing. Ikari, don't get your son involved in this. He'll damage you for a long time. What? You can see the future? No, I've been to it. I've been to all things past, present, future, and beyond. Past, present, future, and beyond. What? Were you on to the sort of next day, sort of tomorrow, sort of yes? What? If you bring City to your little Evangelion project, it'll bring you immense psychological damage and the death of raid number 2, the boy says. Go away, you madman, Sendo says. Very well. Remember this ring I give you. I see a great hand reaching out of the stars. This hand is yours, Gendo Ikari. I see millions of people screaming your name. My followers. Your victims. Unless you stray from the path that fate has dealt to you, that hand will come down, and the millions of victims for Third Impact will scream your name in hatred. With that, the boy advances, and the clip ends. The mysterious boy was on stage in a very crowded restaurant now, and the spotlight was on him. He held a guitar in hand and a microphone in another hand. Tonight's a very special night for us here. We've opened up the dance floor for those who wish to dance while I'm singing here. The first song is about a good friend of mine, the person who saved the world from Third Impact. Shinji Ikari, let's get a light down here for him. The spotlight shined down on Shinji, who blushed and stood up, leaving to all the applauding and cheering people. He sat down quickly as Asuka giggled. The song here is for the 90s. It's taken for a little bit me to translate to Japanese and keep the original beat, but it works now. Shinji, this one's for you. Immediately, the mysterious boy began to play Green Day's Basket Case. You know, I never thought Linkara was a fan of Green Day. But now I gotta play this song. But now I gotta go look for the song on YouTube. Be right back, folks! Alright, I got it up. Oh, let's do this! Dude, you have me time. Listen to me run. He sang, about nothing and everything all at once. Everyone began applying, but stopped when he began to sing again. I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. He paused. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. That's you, Cincy. Cincy rolls the eyes. Sometimes my tongue plays tricks on me. Sound familiar, Cincy? Cincy sighed. He thought about all the times he retreated into his mind for self-worth. It all keeps adding up. The band can play with him. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid or am I just stoned? Cincy stood up and took Asuka's hand. Come on, let's dance! No, to dance? Asuka asked. Yeah, come on, it'll be fun. Is the pilot unit O2 phrase in dancing? Cincy smirks. So you have to dance back at Cincy. The two of them ran to the dance floor. Alright, just as the mysterious boy continued playing again. Went to a drink, analyze my dreams. She said it's the lack of sense that's bringing me down. Cincy blinked in confusion. She danced with Asuka, trying to understand how those lyrics have anything to down. I went to a hole. She said my love's a bore. So quit my whining, cause it's bringing her down. Susie blushed, and his eyes went wide at those lyrics, definitely not knowing how the mysterious boy had figured how to be related to Susie some way. Oscar just laughed at it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I paranoid or to my stone? Since he definitely knew those lyrics had to do with him, except for the stone part. It wasn't exactly certain what the mysterious boy meant with that. Grasping to condole, so I better hold on. Since he thought that maybe the boy was now referring to the piloting of UN-01 and all the times his Aver gone berserk. Sometimes my mind give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I paranoid or am I just stoned? The mysterious voice sang. Holding the old stone, the band continued to play the song for a little bit more. Then the song stopped on a singular guitar note. I've gone through 15 clips, besides the one with Commander. Darn it! Couldn't he have found a way to do that same transition just a little better? I've gone through 15 clips, that the one with Commander Kari. Each one of those clips is from an angel attack. There's still a mysterious boy nearby, smiling when the angel do something that puts the mission in jeopardy. In fact, when we were dealing with the Ramio, the fifth angel, he was actually seen flying towards it in a vain attempt to block the beam cannon from hitting it. But it didn't get fast enough and it disappeared. The reason no one saw him in 80s times is because he only appeared as a being of pure light. But when we put him through an ultraviolet scanner, we could see him with wings. Briscoe reported to Masato. Masato stood cross-armed behind Briscoe and asked, Are there any more files? Similar. One is a camera file from Kazi's murder, and the other is an angel listing? Why would Commander Ikari make an angel listing classified? Briscoe pondered. Forget that. We have a video clip of Kaji being murdered. Why didn't anyone tell me? Masato's murderer is entering the scene area. The camera wasn't filtered with an infrared, ultraviolet, or any other scanning technology. Super crane pictures didn't show the murder, Briscoe explained. Masato let out a sigh. Show it. The clip showed Kaji standing with his back to the camera, and the gun being raised in the shadows and shooting him. There was no sound in the video. After 20 seconds of the image, only Kaji laying down on the floor. They saw the mysterious boy enter from the shadows. Black and white camera seeing a lot more than light with the actual boy. They could make out the boy. He knelt down to Kazi and put his hands over him, but the camera became static. That's all we have. You know, this kid generates a lot of power just by living. Energy he emits must be distinctive and something else besides similar angel rings. We haven't seen anything else that matches up with it. We've run out of options. We'll look at the angel listing Ikari had. Maybe there's something else with it, like a subtext for each angel that explains the relation to this guy. After we look at it, we'll try to list all the possibilities this kid could be. Masato plans. Hang on. The file seemed pretty deep in Imaji. Ikari must really want to keep this file secret. It'll take a few minutes to process. When did you learn that song? Ow! Nose bleed! It was after hours. A few janitors were sweeping up floors, and since Oscar and the mysterious boy were at a table eating dessert. What's up? The basket case, kryptonite, Mrs. Robinson, the best things, cruel angel thesis? The mysterious boy lists. Then what about me? Sissy replied. Oh, basket case. I heard it a while I was growing up. It became second nature to me. I'm pretty sure Green Day had visited you when they wrote it, the mysterious voice explains. That, or they were high, Oscar suggests. In any case, I have an encore for you guys. I think we'll look at the angel listing Ikari had. Maybe there's a subtext for each angel that explains the relation to this guy. Okay, thick. Ow, mercy, Linkara, mercy! The mysterious boy heard the words as they were spoken, and his pupils dilated. He suddenly jumped into the air, disappeared, screaming, News! Glory reappeared in front of a large metal door leading to the room, where Masato and Risco were about to look at the angel listing. He stuck his arm through the door in order to attempt to walk through it. But again, an energy field they passed through. He pulled it out, leaving a stump as an arm. A particle dispersion field. They really don't trust me, the boy states. The mysterious boy's hand regenerated soon afterwards. He screamed, Don't open that file! I demand you let me in this instant! He looked at the door still closed. Desperate times call for desperate measures. He put his arms in a DBZ-like pose and fired a light energy beam from the center point between his hands into the field, blasting out of the field and the door itself, knocking the metal slabs out of their structures and into the ground. But it was too late. Risco and Masato were standing, arms crossed, ready to fear and tremble. The angel listing did not have Lilith as the 02 angel, but the 0 angel. Under the O2 angel had the word Zazyko in it. Care to explain yourself? Oh, I figured it out already, Masao. I know who he is. The mysterious voice put his fists in a raise and began to skyrocket. Chapter 8. Who are you? Woo, 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 woo. Asuka angrily swallowed the sobriety pills as he was running down the halls of nerve. It's his husband! He exclaims. Since he ran next to her, however, he was already sober. Learning his lesson from once he tried to drink alcohol when he bought all the girls on a night in the town. Well, sorry, but we don't have to sober you quickly. The RC are attempting at the lower levels just like an angel's. The AT field is picking up unlike anything you've ever seen before. Says he shouts. Why did they need us? Why couldn't they have Misato take care of it? As I asked. Misato and Ritsuko were right next to the RC when they detected it, says he explains. Finally, the two turned the corner and saw several nurse security officers holding automatic rifles up at the door, but not moving any closer. Oh god, if that turns out to be a Diconus, we're all in trouble. Suzuki and Asuka ran past him into the large room. He stopped to keep it safe before him. Misato was calling a large ball, crying on the floor and screaming. The mysterious boy stood over Ritsuko, touching her forehead as he screamed in agony. Electronic equipment everywhere was exploding, and the ground was crumbling somewhat. I thought I taught you about hell the last time you went poking around things that didn't concern you. Apparently, I didn't teach you enough, the boy shouted. Give me a weapon! Asuka shouted to the guards. One of them picked up another rifle and threw it to her. She grabbed it in the air and aimed it at the mysterious boy. She immediately shot a clip into the boy, but each bullet stopped and ricocheted off the AT field he was generating. It did, however, get his attention. He let go of Ritsuko and collapsed on the ground unconscious. The boy's eyes turned, and a current of air seemed to come from him and Asuka. When it reached 3 feet away from her, the ground exploded in front of her, smashing debris chunks of floor into her into a wall. Asuka! Sensei exclaimed. Another piece of debris was moved telekinetically by the boy, which smashed into Sensei and fell back through the doorway. As the boy made his way towards Asuka, another guard ran over to Sensei and helped him up. He handed him a strange-looking rifle. It's a particle dissimulator. Please check for labs. I've been authorized to give it to you to stop that thing, the guard says. Sensei nodded, readying himself. He ran back and aimed at the mysterious boy. It was almost to Asuka as Sensei sighed, Moving, you're dead, kid! The boy turned his head towards Sensei. And I say I'm dead, and I move. Move, you're dead, kid. I say I'm dead, and I move. One thing you gotta give the Linkara's OC's credit, they do have some lovely counterpoints. He then turned his entire body towards Sensei. Sensei, in a fit of rage, opened fire, whilst he could beam a concentrated yellow energy at the boy. The boy, quite surprisingly, only raised a hand to block it. However, as soon as it hit the boy's hand, it really gathered around his hand, ricocheted back at Sensei. He stopped firing and jumped to the side as the reflected beam hit the nearby wall, annihilating it. The boy turned around to Asuka again, preparing to touch his hand on her head and show her the things he had shown Misato and Ritsuko. However, a female voice aside, Stop it! The boy turned around and saw Ray in the doorway, holding another rifle. The boy just stared at her and put his hand down. He walked over to Misato and touched her forehead. She suddenly started crying and fell asleep. Then he ran over to Ritsuko, repeated the same thing with Misato, except Ritsuko was already asleep. I removed the things I've done from their minds. They wake up feeling like a billion yen. I'm sorry for what I did. Tell your guards to stand down, and when Misato and Ritsuko come to, I'll explain everything. Who I am, how I can do what I do, and how I know the things I know. Sensei, Asuka, Ray, Misato, Ritsuko, the mysterious boy all stood in Misato's office. Everyone was around the mysterious boy as he leaned up against Misato's cheek. The boy looked down and began. You know, people have kept asking me, ever since you met me, who are you, and what do you want? The truth is, the questions who are you and what do you want are very dangerous questions. To ask someone who they are is not just a question of names, it's a question of their identity. Who they are to someone else, to the world, to themselves. It could be used against you in ways that you could never imagine. What do you want? Asking someone what they truly want to bring out change in people. It's a be careful what you wish for question. Somebody's been looking up Babylon 5! As long as he doesn't bring a dead girlfriend into this, I'm fine. My story begins in the year 2000. I was the son of two people, part of an American research team sent to Antarctica that was investing possible DNA structures to human beings of ice. Along with me was my girlfriend Amelia. Then one night, a second impact fell upon us. We didn't comprehend what was truly happening until it was too late. The explosion killed everyone on the team. and only one of us were of faith to God. So instead of being placed in heaven or hell, well, have any of you read Dante's Inferno? Everyone shook his or her head. Mysterious Boy continued. There's a place between heaven and hell. It's a place of greatness, neutrality. But that neutrality comes at a horrible expense. The apathy field it generates can reduce someone to tears the second they arrive. It sends out waves of pain and sadness to your very soul, ripping your sanity to shreds. It's a purgatory, a place for souls who have lived good lives, but did not embrace God when you were given a chance. You must stay here and choose heaven or hell. But that seems like a fairly obvious choice to make. You say you really died? Cynthia asked. It's not a really easy choice as you may think. Someone may be so devoted to their beliefs, they'll have to embrace Satan, believing him to be what they want. Others crawl to him because he cannot take pain from purgatory once more. I finally made my choice. I went to heaven and learned the truth of the second impact. Saleh was playing with humans in their own game of wanting evolution for us all. However, heaven wanted to know if Earth was truly ready for evolution to a higher plane of existence. They chose 17 angels to go to Earth, each one representing some element of Earth or life itself to see if humans could overcome them. Adam and Lilith were already on Earth, preparing themselves for the inevitable. Adam was reduced to an embryonic state, which had been returned to heaven. Lilith is not what he thinks he is. I know. That list of angels didn't have her classified as the second angel. Why? Risco asked. Lilith was Adam's first wife, before Eve. However, Lilith was different. She didn't need a stinking apple to turn on God's wishes. After Adam and Lilith had children, and Eve was given to Adam, Lilith became rather small children, seducing men in their sleep. God had imprisoned Lilith beneath the earth of what you called Central Dogma. There, humans discovered her. However, because of Lilith's crime of betrayal and redemption recently, she was more like the Zero Angel, having no part in the sins of the evolution, but necessary for it to occur. Also, ever wondered why Ava was designed Unit Zero? I thought it was because it was the prototype. No, it was named Unit Zero because it was the first successful copy of the Angel Zero. However, when he created the rest of the Avas to cover up their entire Unit Zero thing, they started adding the designation up, giving Unit to Unit 1, Asuka Unit 2, etc. Okay, we know you're not an actual angel, unlike the ones we fought, Masao asked. No. Those were actual angels too. In the beginning, God had 18 different forms to pick for what you could become today. He made the move of choosing one in his own image. I say, great choice. The other 17 forms were brought back to heaven, including the Adam and Lilith models. There's one thing I don't understand. If Lilith isn't the second angel, who is the second angel? Is it Zakia? Let's go ask. The mysterious boy breathed for about 10 seconds, then replied. For each angel, I represented something that was either had to do with Earth or human life. For Lilith, it was the black moon. Adam, red Earth. Shatsiel, water. Sapsiel, day. Ramiel, thunder. Gehia, fish. For Israel, art and music. For Xenophon, it was embryos. For Materiel, it was rain. For Sacriel, it was sky. For Ariel, it was fear. Laliel, night. Adriel, better known as Unit 3, it was parasites. Zeriel, it was might. For Ariel, birds. But you didn't figure that one out. Asuka. For Azrael, it was womb. Tabris, better known as Karu Nagisa, God of soul, it was free will. And for Ezekiel, second angel, divine justice. How come we never heard about this guy before? Asuka asked. Because they didn't, honestly, God didn't know anything about him. He only appears once in a while, doesn't destroy anything. He's still making a final decision about you people, and whether or not you deserve judgment. I still don't get it. So you're a real angel, but that doesn't explain why you helped us. Why you're explaining this to us. Why you've been so secretive. Who are you? Who is second angel? Sensei exclaims. The mysterious boy walked up to an inch from Sensei's face and replied. Who was there at second impact? Who's been watching every one of you every single day one? Who's the one been watching every single angel attack? Who's the one that snapped you all out of a dream created by Saleh? Who's the one standing in front of you, explaining every detail of your life to you rather thoroughly? Sensei gasped as suddenly understood. You're the second angel! The mysterious boy put his head down and began to laugh. Slowly, glowing white wings came out of his back and flowed behind him as his clothes changed to a pearly white. He began to grow larger, arms spherical and tentacles, and more forming from him. He put his head at Senji, eyes now glowing white. I am Sikia, Angel of Justice. Pleased to meet you, Senji and Kari. Right after that, Sikia reverted back to his earlier state. Everyone came to stare at him. Ezekiel smiled. Why didn't you tell us this earlier? Because of you, Masato. You still have a passion for killing divine beings ever since your father died. Fact is, if you knew what I was, you would be afraid of me. I consider you guys my friends. But if you knew I was the same creature as the ones you were fighting for a year, well, it put a halt to the plans of another Shinji Ikari-sponsored night out of town. And I'm technically not allowed to have told you. Come on, Ezekiel. We're not afraid of you now. We trust you now, Shinji says. I beg your pardon? You've been helping us since... You've been behind the scenes, caring about us, when nearly everyone else only cared about the mission, Ray says. Now you told us who you are, and we know what you're capable of. But we'll take the risk of pissing you off, because that's what friends do. Just don't try to teach us about hell ever again, Risco said. Agreed, Shinji says, putting his hand out and shook it where Risco's. Now, that's all over with. What are we all standing around here for? We're all here, no more angels to handle. CLA's finished. Shinji and Asuka just got back for the date. I see we have a party! Shinji shouts. You're definitely different from the other angels, Sal says. I don't like sheep in a family. Hey, can we get a cake down here and some nachos and possibly a big screen with every episode of Babylon 5 No Demand? Okay. I love Linkara's Gary Stews. And this guy is one of my favorites, if only because he has the most awesome, brilliant taste ever. Wait. Before we start the Babylon 5 marathon, if there's no more sailing, the angels are gone, then what are we doing for the next 4 chapters? Sissy picked up the ringing phone and put it to his ear. Yes, hello? This is Sissy. Sissy's smile faded immediately. Oh, hello, Mana. Yes, it's been a long time. Saw me on TV? Oh, you mean the assault on the Sailite Beast. Asuka walked into the room and Sissy gritted his teeth. Yeah, I'll be there. Okay, goodbye. Sissy slowly hung up the phone. Who does that identify? You look spooked, Asuka says. That was Mana, Sissy replies. The bimbo who hit on you last year. Wasn't she also part of some organization to make robots look like Ava's? Asuka asked. Yeah. I had Misato arrange for her a fake ID and sent her to a safe house with friends. Since the Angels have been defeated, and Nerve is scheduled to disband at the beginning of next year, they think she can finally come back and we can be together. Sissy explains. That little Tetris is going to steal my boyfriend! And rip her face off, Asuka shouts. Asuka, we've been dating for 3 weeks now. You have to give me some time to think about this. Ladies and gentlemen, awkward exposition! Think about that. You don't seriously sit enough after you. Well, oh god, you're the most annoying guy I've ever dated. Now, Kaji, you wouldn't turn this back on me. He never dated you, and he slept with Sato. Asuka slapped Shinji, leaving a red hand pinned on his left side of his face. Such a Shinji, you think you've got to choose? Like that. Choose correctly, because we don't see soon. That bimbo's head is going to be the only one on a platter, she shouted. Asuka walked down the front door, and slammed it behind her. Sissy stared at the door for a few moments, then looked down at the phone. I wish Kaji were here. He'd know what to do. Misato looked at the small kids inside Nerve, and looked inside the fridge, pulling out a beer and some instant curry. She turned around to see someone with their feet on a nearby table reading the newspaper. Hey, Kizuragi, what you got there? Misato recognized the voice of Ezekiel, the mysterious boy who had been identified as the second angel. He put down the paper and got up. What he'd been asking was to report in her arms. I thought you were an angel to find justice. Shouldn't you be off judging someone? Misato asked. Oh, I am, he said, putting his feet off the table. Adjusting the 18th angel, known as mankind, for their right to evolve to a higher state being. So, what's that little state of paper on you got there? Considering there's no real way to hide this from someone like you, I'll tell you. There's a report saying that I gotta go meet with the leaders of a religious fanatics group who are threatening to invade and take over Japan unless their demands are met. Misato replied, opening the beer and putting the curry on the chair. How many followers of this little group are there? Millions? Billions? Around 300. And how's that somehow a threat to Japan, with an army and the Evangelions at your command? Well, sometimes these kinds of small groups can take over larger ones. The United States, where you're from, is an example. Well, technically, I was only American when my name was John. Son was the angel to find justice, Ezekiel. I remember, the Americans won the Revolutionary War because they had better support, and the British had to send back to Great Britain for military support. Americans won. However, it's not always the case. However, heard of a small militant group known as the Ku Klux Klan? They were a group of religious fanatics in white suits, burned crosses, performed ritual killings of blacks. Back in the 1930s, they stormed Washington, D.C. in an attempt to take over. Got their asses pummeled! You know why? They actually had to pay people to be part of the legal organization of racist idiots who wore ghost costumes! Some days I love you, Linkara. That was then, this is now. Who knows what they got their sleeve? It's now prepared to curry to be made. By the way, about Kazi's murder, I wanted to ask you. Ezekiel was gone. Only the newspaper remained. I really hate when he does that. Asuka sent another blow into a punching bag. She wore a red sleeveless shirt with black sweatpants. She was sweating heavily, mainly from the bag she'd been hitting and kicking the same punching bag for an hour. She jumped and kicked it back once more and fell back down. The door to the gym was open, and Frey walked in. She pulled back for a second and said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were in here. I can come back if you want." Asuka leaned down on her knees, panting. No, it's alright. What are you doing here? I've been trying systematics out. It's really relaxing. You should try it, Ray says. Asuka walked over to a bench, drank from the water bottle. Nah, I'm not nice enough for that. I'm taking out my rays in this bag and pretending it's Yukari is enough. Speaking of which, Ray said, putting her bag down on the other part of the bench. Ever since you started dating, you've been coming here more often. Asuka walked back into the punching bag and kicked again. Yeah, well, they back since you do that to a person! I don't think Mana ever did that. Leave that little bimbo out of this! Well, Sissy told me about how she was coming back tomorrow. Does no one know about this? Well, I think there are 2 guys down at 5th Garden Nerve who don't know a thing. Asuka stared blankly at her. A joke. Haha. Funny, you know? Ray asked. Shut up, Asuka said, punching the bag once more. You should really try gymnastics. It beats mutilating that poor punching bag all day. Oh, so Miss Vegetarian is now not just standing up for the rights of animals, but now not liking meat is a lifestyle choice I've come to accept from my previous versions. It's healthy and morally better. Variety and health can sometimes clash, like you and Cincy. You leave Cincy out of this, Ray. But this is about Cincy, the matter. How could I lose that little bitch? Asuka shouts, punching the bag at his word. She finally stopped and began to breathe fast again. Right through her water bottle was Asuka caught. I can't lose her, can I? Well, that really wasn't the same me who was there when I first met her. I only mostly have vague images of her, but you may have competition. Damn it. If Tsuchibaka chooses to cover me, I'll be sure to give Masao the diagnosis. Masao drove out of the parking lot. Ow! Again with the C transitions! She was noticing that with the added position of running nerve, she had to stay at the place longer than she wanted to. She knew Sissy would be alright for cooking. She was more concerned about herself getting lack of sleep and food from the job. Well, you won't have to worry once the nerve sets down, will you? Masao nearly swerved off the road when she heard Ezekiel's voice again. She quickly got back into control and went to her side, seeing the angel in his seat. Would you give me a schedule of events when you're going to scare me out of enough? I thought I scared you enough when we first met. You pulled into my head, and I walked out of it with a larger headache. It's done one thing to be scared in a dream, but being scared in real life can cause serious problems. Nonsense. Dreams are just a different state of consciousness. One of the many I can enter. Excuse me for a moment. Ezekiel put his hand out the window and fired a white energy strand at a person who was pulled the strand back. The man who had been hit by the strand fell to the ground unconscious. Ezekiel put his strand to the little ball and showed it to Misato. The white ball was now beginning to show blackness in some areas. Did you just kill him? No, just did my job. Define justice like you wanted. You know what this is? This is that man's soul. Usually souls come in corporeal form, but since that man hasn't died yet, we'll have to settle for energy now. Usually souls are pure white, with maybe a smidgen of black in the area too. You know why this man has so many black spots? Sal shook her head. Because this man has killed. By the looks of it, he's done it many times. He's done it painfully and enjoyed every moment of it. Saskia breathed on his soul and disappeared. There, back to his horrible little body. Why did you do that? To show you that. So you don't have blackness on your soul, despite what you may think. Yes, but you must know. Sal turned her head back to Ezekiel, but he was gone again. I really hate when you do that. I know, that's why you enjoy doing it so much. So she sat on the bed, once the modest train come in. He stood up as his slope came to a stop. He looked both ways from where he could get off. He saw her to his left. While he walked over to her, he got off the train, not carrying any luggage, and her brown hair moving about the wind. Sissy, listen, I have to tell you this really quickly. Lana, no, wait. I've been thinking about you coming back here. I have to tell you this. I've fallen in love with someone else. Lana, just wait for a few months. Okay. I know you were hoping to see me again. Because of what we had before, I sent you to the safe house. We can't have it again. She's a great girl, and she'd frankly kill you both and me if I chose you. Do you love her? Yes. Then go to her, you baka. Don't say they're talking to me. Sissy smiled and hugged her. How come you're so perfect? Between Sissy. Goodbye. I'll always remember you. I hope you enjoy No Point Theater! And now you. Sissy turned around and walked away. Lana got back to her and boarded the train, sat next to the boy she was with. Did you tell him? He asked. Didn't need to. Turns out he was seeing someone else. The kid doesn't know that he's giving up. Oh, I bet he knows, Andrea. The two embraced and kissed. This was a must-see diversion. Thank you, Vic. I didn't know any of these characters, didn't really care about this, and I had a strange feeling that I did not care about this scene. But thank you for this diversion anyway. So he walked back home slowly. He thought about whether or not he made the right choice. How's his sister with Vekoska? She's probably going to be begging you to sleep with her for choosing her, Sissy said, appearing to him. Why are you doing all this? Last few weeks, every time I had some emotional crisis, you're always giving me pep talks. I have business of my own to attend to. Judgment doesn't give out itself, you know, he said. Yeah. Anything ever happened to you? Cynthia put his arm around Cynthia's shoulders and said, Cynthia, let me tell you about this girl named Amelia. And from there, we'll stop for today. Once again, this is typical Linkara and Rizu in Sidewheel. You guys all know it's awesome, and you all know it's great and a lot of fun. Linkara has this way about Gary Stews where, yeah, they're overpowered, they're uber strong. You gotta give them credit over stuff like Mike and Socies. They're snarky, they're funny, and a lot of Linkara's effects are just silly. They're kind of fun. Compared to, say, stuff like Spires of Magic, where 9 times out of 10 it was dull, down in the dumps, and boring, or Mikens that was so repulsive, it wasn't good. You got this. And as always, it helps to remind us the mistakes that we may have made don't matter in the long run. Because sooner or later, we will push ourselves up from the ground and make ourselves better. I recently got a rip on Fall Starfleet. The first 7 chapters, the ways that they were written originally, back when they sucked. And back when I didn't care. And I've been trying to just avoid it. But some of the people on my Discord have been pointing out the riffs, and I've been doing my usual. I listen to the riffs, and I point out my own opinions and my own responses to these riffs, and what was I thinking during those times, and what was going on. Now, some of these guys are talking about some of my own writing style and some of the more obvious mistakes, or some of the things that may have happened to the fic. Do I feel bad? Do I feel like I'm never going to write again? Do I feel like I'm never going to write a deconstruction like it ever? No, of course not. The whole point of listening to these riffs is to understand where I came from, or even listen to these complaints and try to fix it. There's one thing I've learned from Linkara, is to be strong in these type of scenarios. Be brave. And accept that not everybody's going to like your stuff. That people are going to find mistakes everywhere. But that's life. You can either decide that these mistakes mean something, or you can decide to listen to them, think about them seriously, and decide how to improve on your own. That's one thing I've learned from watching Linkara for so many years. And that's why I'm glad to be a fan of his for the past 10 years now. Well, one down, thousands more to go. I'll see you all next time.